With so much going on in the world, it's strange that I am focused on just one particular news story. Despite what you might guess, it has nothing to do with life here in New York City or even American politics. It's not related to Israel or anti-Semitism. It's not even what you would consider a feel-good story. So what is my new obsession? The papal conclave. I find myself reading articles at least once a day about what's happening. I have read about each of the various top contenders and debated the pros and cons of each choice. I've even looked at the betting odds. Did you know that if you are in Europe, you can actually place a bet on who will be the next pope? If you're wondering, Cardinal Pietro Parolin from Italy currently has the best odds. So I am aware, while I am consumed by conclave, it is totally removed from the world I live in. This is disconnected from every part of my identity. It is taking place an ocean away and has no impact on my life. Yet, maybe it's not so odd that I'm interested in the search for the new pope. As a rabbi, I'm fascinated by religion and religious matters. It also doesn't hurt that the conclave feels like watching the religious version of American Idol with a dash of Big Brother and probably some Real Housewives drama thrown in. And since reading the news these days comes with a feeling of whiplash, shock, and malaise, why not watch the chimney and wait for white smoke? Especially when this historic event actually provides great insight into Jewish life, as it helps us to reflect on the power of ritual. There are silly conversations amongst my colleagues wondering whose job is it to find the string that the votes are sewn onto, and how much of the dye gets ordered for each of the colors of smoke. We giggle about how many red kippot they have, and if there is a special detergent they use to ensure full brilliance of the color. We jest about the elements of this, but it is mainly because we understand that what seems like minutia is, in actuality, essential to the essence of the ritual. Without even one of these precise pieces, the ritual would fall flat and lose its potency. Rituals can seem silly, exaggerated, even too complicated at times, but that is precisely what helps them to be impactful. Think back just a few weeks to your Passover Seder. Are there certain specific dishes that you have to include on the menu every year? Do you use the same matzah cover, the same Seder plate, the same Haggadah? When you get to certain parts of the Seder, do you have a specific song that everyone sings or a story that you always tell? And imagine, for a moment, what would happen to your Seder if one of these things did not occur in the way that it always has? Your Seder would feel incomplete. People would complain about that one thing being omitted. And for years to come, you would be harassed not to miss that element again. Ritual matters. Ritual has power. Rituals are what help us to ensure that moments feel authentic and meaningful. Can you imagine what it must take to become the leader of over 1 billion people, knowing that those individuals will look to you to provide spiritual guidance and divine connection? The rituals surrounding the conclave, shrouded in secrecy, are laden with the desire for legitimacy. Whoever is chosen as pope will emerge changed by the pomp and circumstance, by the rituals that will create a new reality. Through ritual, we change our status, and it feels believable. Often, when I'm working with a wedding couple, they spend a great deal of time discussing the vows. Why? Because for them, it is that element of the service, of the ceremony, that will help them to feel married. It is in their words of commitment to one another that they mentally shift from being individuals to being spouse. Rituals help us to take stock and to see ourselves in a new way. Even if the world remains the same, in those small sacred moments, we are altered. We use ritual to mark time and space to make the seemingly mundane into sacred. Rituals allow us to transcend our daily lives, to link ourselves to people from the past and those yet to come, and to unite us with others who are experiencing that same moment. Even tonight, as we stand and sit and bow together in prayer, we need not talk to one another to feel a sense of connection and companionship. The precise movements, the routine natures shows us that we are united as each thing happens in unison. And we know that around the city, around the country, around the world, other Jews are engaging in the exact same prayers tonight, just as our people have done for centuries. Ritual is essential. It calls us to join in, to be part of something larger than ourselves, and to construct order amidst a chaotic world. As the headlines swirl around us and daily life is full of ups and downs, the rituals of Jewish life are what keep us grounded. We are connected to our values, to one another, and to our most authentic selves. Ritual reminds us that the world was created for us, and at the same time, we are but dust and ashes. We crave ritual because we need something to hold on to help us make sense of the world around us. We need space to reflect the rhythm of routine and the rush of resolve. Even if none of us sitting here tonight are relying on ritual to prepare us for papacy, we certainly can use the rituals of this evening to find the divine in the mundane. Shabbat Shalom.